Hello YouTube, Proxy here with another Dark and Light update. So this week Snail announced that the server populations will be starting even lower than expected. So far we have seen Dark and Light go from an MMO to a 1,000 player server sandbox to merely 500 players and perhaps even less than this. And to be honest, this makes me wonder what the Unreal Engine can actually handle player-wise. If we look at similar games that also use the Unreal Engine such as Conan Exiles or Ark, and how many players they can handle, Conan Exiles only supports 70 players per server for early access and Ark supporting only 100 players per server. It makes me wonder what Snail is doing differently with their game engine to claim that they can actually handle more players on both these games while having even more features and NPC cities as well? And if it is possible for Dark and Light to have this kind of population, why does neither Ark or Conan Exiles do the same and match the population amounts that Snail claims they can achieve with the same engine? Either way, with this new information, Dark and Light's target audience has clearly changed. It's no longer aimed at the MMO crowd and now is falling in line with what we expect from the average survival game. And to me, this really isn't ideal, because it means Dark and Light is losing one of the few aspects that made it different from other survival games. However, this doesn't mean that Dark and Light will be a bad game. On the contrary, it can still be an amazing game. However, it's lost some of its appeal for me as a gamer. I am still planning to play this game on release, but originally I was planning to play this game with my entire gaming guild grind. But after this news, some of the guild members lost interest, and now the game just might be better played with a smaller group of friends opposed to a large-sized guild. And this disappoints me the most, because the thing I was looking forward to most about this game is being able to play this game with my guild and work together towards a common goal while competing against other like-minded guilds. Now, some people might say, but Proxy, they said they might increase the total population through early access. And yes, they did say that, but they also said they might decrease it also. And looking at similar games such as Ark and Conan Exiles, games that are on the exact same game engine, it's looking more likely that the concurrent population will be made smaller to create a more stable gaming environment. So this news might be a deal breaker for some people, but for others this might be a good thing, as currently one of the most played games on Steam is in fact Ark Survival Evolved, which currently resides in the top 10. So while Dark and Light is turning away and shutting the doors to the MMO crowd, it is certainly opening its arms for the survival sandbox enthusiasts, offering a huge world, a slightly larger concurrent game population than normal survival sandbox, and a magically focused medieval fantasy themed world, which provides a nice alternative from the zombie or sci-fi dinosaur themed sandboxes currently on the market. It also seems we are still waiting on the website to be released, which was said to be coming soon, almost a month ago. Players within the Dark and Light community are becoming concerned with Snail's ability to be able to keep its announced release date of 2016. They still have 1 month to go for this deadline and still can make it on time, but failing to meet this deadline along with the amount of time it takes to produce a website will trigger a red flag for a lot of gamers. Not to mention the thousands of Snail-related jokes that could be made if they failed to keep their deadlines. In anticipation of this, perhaps Horse Joke should rename himself Snail Joke. Also this week we've had pictures from Snail displaying what the dwarf and elf cities will look like. They look kind of a bit generic and generally what you would expect with a dwarf or elf city, which leaves us with the knowledge that the other city in the screenshots is the human city. At this point, races are locked to a city, so you can still pick any race you want to play as and pick what city you want to make your home without restriction, though as anything with Dark and Light, this is subject to change. Details on crafting has been announced and generally fall in line with what you would expect from most survival games. You can read further about these details in the latest Q&A published to the Dark and Light Reddit, but generally it seems very similar to Ark's crafting system where you produce items anywhere, but more advanced crafting requires forges and other advanced work tables. And finally, Q&As have stopped on the Discord for the moment. A lot of Snail employees are stuck knee-deep in localization and preparing for the launch of Dark and Light Early Access. For now, Horsejoke and other Snail employees who visited the community Discord will no longer have time to answer any more questions regarding the game, most likely until the Early Access client has been launched. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. I really wish I had more gameplay or something to show you guys, but Snail is extremely stingy with information. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also you can keep up with me on my new Twitter account, and I'm going to possibly start streaming games I play from time to time on my Twitch account, or stream directly to YouTube if you guys prefer it. And as always, thanks for watching.